Ladies and gentlemen, I am your Master of Ceremonies, Major Andrew Berryman. Can you hear this okay? I moved the mic a little bit. I just want to make sure you can still... Is it still picking me up okay? Test. 1, 2. Can you hear me okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I am your Master of Ceremonies. Is that good? Good. Thank you. I will tell you though, I'm Hello, can you hear me? Someone should be recording this.
You want me to do the timer?
I would.
One, two.
Baser, perfect. Did you say Rabbi Baser or Chaplain? Either or. It's in the script as Rabbi Baser, only Rabbi Baser. Or Rabbi.
Senior, so I believe protocol has you here. Okay. But you sit wherever you like, sir, but I'm thinking that's what protocol has.
So I'm going to just do the typical courtesies, and then I'm going to talk about General Taylor.
Rabbi Baser.
I'll introduce you as doing the invocation, Major Quinones, and then Colonel Richards. And
So we're doing the invocation first. Is that how we're doing, or is it
Yes.
national? So I've done them both, where more times, actually interesting, we do the national anthem and then I come up and do it. But we could do either or.
it's whatever the two of you.
I'm going to put it this way. What's easier in your script?
Well, he has you going first.
That's fine. God before country, I guess you
Yeah.
could say.
So then after I introduce Colonel Richards, that'll be your cue to either come up here, or wherever
Alright.
you're going to go.
Where would they like me to sit? Where it's easy for you
He's
to
got
sit.
him right, he's got you right here. He'll be here and you'll be
Perfect.
right here, so it's easy for you to get it.
Perfect.
So then after you speak, sir, then the national anthem. And then I'll have everybody be seated, which will be your cue, sir. I'll introduce you, and then you'll come up.
Okay.
It's got you down for 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Someone needs in it, right?
Use General to the transition, that's correct.
Okay.
And then you'll just take your seat back.
Yeah.
They're not gonna walk in, they're always
They
gonna
are,
be,
no.
they are gonna walk in.
They're gonna start.
Why don't we, I think I'm first. Why don't we come up together? How's that?
Stand for the arrival part.
Because this way I'll go here and then I'll stand off to the side and you sing and then we'll both step off together.
Taylor.
Look cleaner.
Okay,
I like that.
so
Baser,
you're first,
Major Quinones.
Right.
and I'll just stand here or over there?
Why don't you,
You-
so why don't you stand here? Because
Then-
then I can, where are you going to stand after
So
the
I
intro?
will, if you would like to use this, I will just
Yeah, I'm
step
gonna-
down the steps
Yeah,
and
okay.
wait.
Okay.
In
Right.
both cases.
I'm just gonna come up.
We'll
with
come
you
up
at the
together.
same time?
Because this way I can, we'll come up together.
Okay.
We'll stand here and then I can just step this way and he'll step in, do the song, and then we can both
Okay.
walk right
And
on.
I'll be out of the way right over here.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect.
Good.
Okay. So after they're done, then I will come back to the podium. Tell everybody to be seated.
Yep.
Introduce you.
Yep.
And then that's it for you.
Okay.
It's interesting, like, when I bless it,
That's right.
it's through the ceremony, he becomes lieutenant colonel.
That's right.
So I've done one where I'm also, so then I would refer to him as lieutenant colonel. But right now, he's still that,
Still major.
still major.
Person.
I'm one of those, I mean, I'm pretty informal, but there's things I'm very, like I told him, there's certain times in life, remember this, promotions, whatever, you should be called by your full name. Not like an initial, not like your nickname, but like the name your parents gave you at birth.
Mm.
Because it's, you know, I feel like there's some things in life where there's like, as far as the total person. Funny part, I used to do it all the time. Who would have known?
Oh, I'm not. I'm more.
change.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light. What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous o'er the ramp streaming, and the rocket gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, the brave.
Thought, if you so freely choose to. Eternal Creator, author of all life, we come together to celebrate the promotion of one of your loyal and dedicated citizen soldiers, Major Christopher Owen Parrish, who has been recognized through his outstanding service to proudly wear a new higher rank of authority. Today, under your shining grace and blessings, we celebrate the milestone of Major Parrish's promotion to Lieutenant Colonel. Major Parrish, who stands before you and this community of family, friends, and take on a new noble in our nation. The body to face the May his leadership inspire others to do their very best. Imbue him with the spirit of knowledge, wisdom, zeal, courage, forthrightness, and compassion in service to our United States, our armed forces, and our National Guard to his fullest ability. We also to ask your choicest blessings upon his beloved family, his wife Inga, his son Arthur, and his proud parents, for they rejoice with love and pride in Christopher reaching this special day. May the works and deeds of Major Parrish continue to inspire future officers to pursue and bring wisdom to the country with compassion and fairness for all. Today is truly a special day, a day you, O Lord, have made. May we all be strengthened by your protecting hand and serve you in peace. Major, may the Lord bless you and guard you. May the Almighty show you favor and be gracious to you. May God show you kindness and grant you peace. And let us say, amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. We would like to extend a warm welcome his wife Inga and his stepson Arthur, who are with us today. Today's welcoming remarks we made National Guard G2.
Thank you for being here. Family, friends, fellow service members, today is a special occasion. Couldn't be more proud. One of our own is going to the next rank. Well deserved, well needed, and the Army needs leaders like yourself. Today is not only a good day for him and his family, well deserved, been waiting for this, but it's good for our organization. So I know him as our leader, our program manager in our field. Future, look forward to what that new rank is going to offer you in for the organization. And the rank is a symbol of the trust we put in you. Thank you everybody for attending. We know that he cannot be to this rank.
Ladies and gentlemen, our host, Major General James Taylor.
Well, good afternoon, and a special welcome to Major Parrish's family, his wife, Inga Hamilton, stepson, Arthur Hamilton. It's great to be able to have your mother participate, via technology. And also we recognize the fact that his father, Thomas Parrish, who could not be here with us today due to health reasons. In fact, we invite your faith and prayers on his behalf, as well as his stepmother, Nancy Parrish. Certainly without family, today would not be possible. So it's a sincere honor for me to be able to stand before you as family and friends and co-workers on such a momentous occasion. An additional thank you to each of you who took time out of your schedules to come here to visit us at Fort McNair and take an opportunity to celebrate and recognize this very great accomplishment. It's very humbling for me personally to be able to officiate at this ceremony, and I'm also humbled to be able to host you all here at the Inter-American Defense College. This college is a historic place to be able to hold a promotion ceremony. And it's a notable and unique institution and for our hemisphere. It leads with example on the international scale. This college represents the hemisphere, and we can see evidence of this just outside when you go in for your reception in our Salon de Actos. And in our force, the promotion to Lieutenant Colonel is a very significant one because it marks the definition of a successful military career. And in fact, in the Army, we treat this as our last promotion because it is the last promotion that you can earn based off of your personal excellence. And this officer has achieved, by definition, success. And as his biography states, Major Parrish began his career in 1984 when he enlisted into the U.S. Army and attended basic training and military police advanced individual training at Fort McClellan, Alabama. His new career saw several command staff and leadership highlights from the detachment level all the way to the multinational joint staff level. And some of his assignments include lecturer at the Czechoslovak Air Force Academy, instructor at the Polish Naval Academy, instructor at the Slovenian War College, Army Audit Agency Manager in Bosnia-Herzegovina, DoD Inspector General Audit Team, and leader state. For us in the National Guard to be able to do our state partnership programs. And our Chief of Staff in the Army, General Milley, just recently noted that his vision for the U.S. Army is to serve as the strength behind our nation's diplomatic efforts. And it's the capabilities of officers like Chris that allow us to be able to collaborate much more effectively with our partners, because his commitment allows us to achieve readiness. And not only has Chris shown immense aptitude in his language skills, but in other dimensions as well. Now, nearly 7 years ago, in June of 2011, I selected him when he was a captain to help establish our soon-to-be Guard G2 section, because the new directorate needed to be independent of our former sponsoring organization, the Guard G3. And we needed to be able to possess and manage our own resources. And we needed to be able to apply the Golden Rule. Now, I'm not talking about the Golden Rule in Scripture. I'm talking about the secular Golden Rule. He who has the gold makes the rules. And I knew that unless we managed our own resources as a directorate, we would not survive in the National Guard. So Chris quickly rose to the occasion and not only helped establish what was foundation from which the Guard G2 operates successfully today. If we would not have succeeded in achieving those resources, we would probably not have thrived at all as an organization. And this officer possesses Guard. He helped us consolidate the intel functions that were in the Guard headquarters. And perhaps the most significant significant program at the time was a program called QSEC, where he almost $26 million in funds so that we can help build secure facilities throughout the National Guard. So while working for me, Chris had the unique perspective of understanding the operations of activities within the Department of Defense from both the civilian and the military standpoints, which was also something tremendously beneficial for us. And when he was a senior grade federal civilian and also a National Guard officer, he was able to tailor advice to me from this broader perspective. He grasped the subtle nuances of how we interact with other directorates, how we deconflict our operations in ways that the other directorates would not find concerning to them, threatening to them. His very friendly and approachable demeanor helped us avoid conflict with them, because otherwise they might have felt threatened as we were going after their resources in order to build our program. In short, he was able to take what was a very challenging and a complex situation and turn it into action. And so many of the routine resources oriented, who possesses an ethos of excellence. And so we want to say thank you. Thank you for what you've done. Thank you for what you've contributed to our force. And thank you for what it means to be a lieutenant colonel in your continued service. And we also thank your family for your support as you do this, because without the support of family, we cannot succeed in the military, especially as we rise in rank in the officership levels. So congratulations for setting such a fine example of officership, for the accomplishments that you've done. Thank you for your continued dedication to this country as a citizen soldier. This promotion is very well deserved, and we are grateful to be able to serve alongside you. And now, I guess as a parting advice, as you enter into the ranks of a senior field grade officer, it's time for you to reach the hand back and help mentor those junior to you to be able to succeed and achieve this level of success in your life. Help mentor and develop others. There's an interesting perspective when you study the history of our country. When you look at our doctrine of westward expansion, two groups of people migrated westward. You had pioneers who went westward, and you had explorers. And there's a difference between an explorer and a pioneer. Both sought routes to move west. The explorer sought routes and riches as they moved west. They tried to find mines, they tried to find resources. The pioneers did something different. As they were moving west, they did things like plant crops and pave the way for those that followed. And when people were traveling west, everybody wanted to take the route of the pioneers versus the route of the explorers, because along the pioneer route, they found things like potato fields, corn fields, food that those went before sowed that others may reap. So the difference between a pioneer and an explorer is time to make the path better for those that follow. And so the challenge that I have to you is be a you serve here and you lead here. So with that said, let's take a moment to recognize this outstanding officer and publish an order.
Attention orders. The President of the United States has reposed special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and abilities of Major Chris Parrish. In view of these qualities and his demonstrated potential for increased responsibility, He is therefore promoted in the Army of the United States to the grade of Lieutenant Colonel, effective 2 June 2017. At this time, we would like to invite his family to come forward to assist in replacing the shoulder boards.
Y'all can stay in pose here for a photo, okay?
Major General Taylor will now administer the oath of office. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Colonel Parrish.
Thank you, Major General Taylor. Thank you for all you've done. Thank you for hosting and your support staff and everything. It's been wonderful. I'll try to be brief. Thank you, Colonel Richards, for coming and speaking, and for giving me the opportunity to serve in the G2 again. Rabbi Baser, thank you, sir, for your kind words and for being here today as well. They mean very much to us. And Major County. He came away from the guard, I'm afraid. And your staff and so many people, if I don't see him, I hope no one will take offense, but of my life. Papers, being here with you. And Colonel Weiss, what can I say? Thank you for all you've done too. You played a major role in me being here, and I want you to be recognized and let you know that I don't always say thank you sometimes, but thank you in public. You're my brother, and I love you. I'm afraid that I won't be able to complete as much as what I wanted to say, but I'll say that when I was 17, in May of 1984, the last place I thought I would be right here, right now, would be standing before such great people as Lieutenant Colonel. I've had the honor and the privilege to serve in the Army and the military and the uniformed services of our great nation. And I've worked in several organizations. No one is better than this organization, and I can honestly say that. The people I've served with. In this part of the world. He insisted that we go ahead with this event, and I'm happy that that we're here, that you're here, and share this moment with me. And I'm sorry, Major Berryman, I forgot you. You're on my list, and I wrote it down. There's all the others, and I missed it. But thank you for hosting and for keeping me in line with the script. I can say that I will do my best to serve this organization and this country in the position where I am now. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And we have a meal provided, and I hope that you all will stick around and enjoy it. We had a lot of is today the 13th, Friday the 13th? I don't know, but it sure feels like one in a way. But we pull it together at the end, and I hope that you. That's all I have. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in singing the Army song.
March along, sing a song with the army of the free. Count the brave, count the true, who have fought to victory. We're the army and proud of our name. We're the army and proudly proclaim. First to fight for the right and to build the nation's might. And the army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won. And the army
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. Lieutenant Colonel Parrish and his family sincerely thank you for joining them in celebrating this special occasion. Please join in congratulating them in a receiving line. A reception will follow immediately after across the hall.
Team up together. How about that?
Can you start off with the commissioned or you? And then like this. Someone made a mistake. Okay. Okay.
I had brown hair.